Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you all the fragrances that I wore for the week, some cool combos, some cool comparisons. But before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community. And without further ado, let's get into this. Actually, before I start, I just want to say my lighting may be different this time. I was right in the middle of recording one of my videos and my ring light died. So I've got to try get a new adapter for it, but I just wanted to get these videos out. So I hope the lighting's not too bad, but anyway, let's get started. So first thing this week, I put on my Aromatherapy Orange and Ginger lotion. This is a beautiful lotion from Bath & Body Works. I love this lotion actually. It smells more gingery than orange, so the orange kind of softens the ginger, but it's definitely ginger prominent. So if you like ginger, which I really, I'm in love with ginger these days. So this is very gorgeous. This fragrance would work with any sort of a bright citrus, anything tea-like. This would go good with Alien Eau Extraordinaire, Eau Sublime. This would go great with something like an Eau de Soleil Blanc. This lotion would be great for many different types of combinations in the summer, especially if you want to add a little bit of zing to your fragrance. I decided to pair it with TWILLY HERMES Eau Ginger. This is the ginger fragrance. So I bought a travel spray during the Sephora sale. I bought a couple travel sprays, which I'm going to share with you today. I decided to do travel sprays first. I love having the actual bottle. I think that's always amazing. The issue with that is that I have enough fragrances now that it's very unlikely for me to love a fragrance that I'm going to go through more than a travel spray. So I decided to curb things a little bit, and I will purchase a travel spray first. If I go through the whole travel spray, then I would purchase a full bottle if I really loved it. So gonna start off with the travel spray. Really enjoy this fragrance. So this has peony, it's got candied ginger and ginger in it, and then it's got cedar in it. So it's got that same TWILLY HERMES DNA, but I just like this one way better. So I gave my original TWILLY HERMES to my friend Lori, and this one, it's definitely brighter, definitely a little bit sweeter, a little bit fresher, and I just love the ginger. Really enjoyed this combo and can't wait to wear it more often. What I like about it too is that it's not too sweet. What I've realized is my taste is starting to shift. So where I normally really enjoyed sweet fragrances lately, I've been liking kind of fresher fragrances that aren't quite as sweet. So loved this. Speaking of kind of ginger zingy fragrances, I tried this J.U.S. parfum called SPICYDELICE, and what J.U.S. stands for is joyous, unique, and sensorial. Oops, I just sprayed it all over my finger. This fragrance it's got lots of spices in there, like it's kind of a spice bomb, but I found that definitely ginger was played up in the fragrance. It's a little bit sweet, but it's super fresh, zingy, energizing, and it's perfect in the heat. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like I was anticipating that it would be some sort of like really heavy, like spicy winter type fragrance, but it's just, it's kind of sensual. It's kind of a little bit sexy, but very energizing and bright. Feels like some sort of like salsa or some sort of dance. Like it's just zingy and happy. So wore this in the major heat. It's so crazy because it was so cold about a week ago, and now it's like plus 30. So it's just so hot. And so this fragrance was just perfect. I looked on Fragrantica, and a lot of people didn't seem to think it was the greatest for spring and summer, but I don't know, somehow I think it would work. Now that said, I live in a fairly cool climate, so maybe that's part of it. But really, like I'm sniffing my finger because I sprayed it all over my finger by accident. But like it's like this. But anyway, really enjoy it. It's got cardamom, ginger, red pepper in the opening. In the heart, it has clove, nutmeg, davana, and cinnamon. And then the base is amberwood and vanilla. So really, definitely the spices come out. I get the clove, I get the nutmeg, the cardamom. I get all those spices. but it doesn't feel overly heavy. So I think you could wear this all year round, maybe not in the massive, massive heat, but it was like 27 or something like that when I put this fragrance on, and I really, really enjoyed wearing it. So it's spicy, there's a bit of sweetness, but it's not overly sweet. It's not dense and thick, it's more light and zingy, if that makes sense. Not sparkling, but quite zingy. So really enjoyed that fragrance. Another travel spray that I bought was KAYALI's Utopia Vanilla Cocoa 21. Now, this fragrance I love, and when I put this spray on, I instantly regretted buying the travel spray because I wished I'd have bought a full bottle, because I'm definitely going to go through this one quickly. I love it. It's sweet. There's coconut in there, but it doesn't smell sunscreeny to me. There's kind of a soft, kind of powdery quality to it. Feels really relaxing. It's quite sweet. Feels a little bit milky somehow. It's got the coconut and the tiare, but it doesn't come across sunscreeny in the slightest to me. It's a very, very beautiful, perfect for summer fragrance. And the other thing that I find about this one is, although it's got the coconut and the tiare and all of that, sometimes fragrances like that for summer can be really short-lived. I find that this one lasts a really decent amount of time on my skin. So totally in love with this one. Now, the next thing that I did was I wanted to compare my COCO VANILLE with Holidays by MANCERA. So some of you were asking for a comparison of the two, which one you should get, all of that kind of stuff. So in all honesty, when I did it twice, because the first time I wasn't sure which arm I put which on. So I got mixed up, so I did it again. And I don't really have a favorite. I think that they're both beautiful. The difference between the two, they have similar notes, but the difference is Holiday has bergamot in it and sea notes, whereas COCO VANILLE has peach and jasmine in it. So those are the kind of differences. COCO VANILLE definitely has more coconut in it. The coconut is a little bit kind of a little bit meaty. It's a little bit like rich and dense. Holidays doesn't have that. Holidays is a little bit fresher, a little more fresh with that bergamot. You definitely get that. It's got a little bit more of a sunscreen vibe. So, you know, the typical summer sunscreeny feel. Holidays has a little bit more of that, but a very luxurious, delicious sunscreen. COCO VANILLE has a bit of that vibe, but not as much. I think the sunscreen aspect or the solar aspect, of course, is that bergamot and the sea notes, whereas this is a little bit denser, a little bit richer, a little bit more vanillic. This one's a little bit fresher, but they are very, very similar. So after wearing them for about 6 hours, both the longevity is amazing in them. After wearing them for about 6 hours, I asked my niece and her friend, now they're quite young, like they're around 11, 12, asked them which one they liked better, and both of them chose COCO VANILLE. So it's a little bit sweeter, a little bit more coconut is what you're finding in this one. This one's probably a little bit more grown, a little bit more grown up maybe. So, you know, the sweet factor was definitely there for the kids. That said, the question is, which one do I prefer? I think I prefer COCO VANILLE, although I really love Holidays as well. They're very similar, so I don't think it's necessary to have both. They're a little bit redundant. That said, I will buy Holidays at some point because I really, really enjoy it. So glad to have this one, would like to have this one, but I certainly don't think it's necessary to have both. COCO VANILLE is a little bit heavier, so in the real major heat, this one might be a little bit too much for some. I don't think it would bother me, but it's hard to say. So really enjoy them both. It's so funny because Holidays was one I didn't like. I actually bought it and I sent it back, and now I'm just like, this is amazing. Like, I really, really love it. It's so relaxing and beautiful. This one, it's more coconut. It's a little bit richer. Yeah, so either one is beautiful. Do you have a preference? If you do, weigh in and tell your thoughts. I know one person said they love both equally, but COCO VANILLE is a little bit too much for them in the heat. So yeah, weigh in. Which ones do you like best? The other fragrance that I wanted to mention was BARAKKAT Gentle Gold by Fragrance World. I talked about this last week and whether it was similar enough to Gentle Fluidity Gold, and I couldn't really weigh in because I hadn't tried it. So I went over to my friend Hessie's house and tried both of them on my skin. And when you first spray them, Gentle Fluidity Gold is is far superior. So when you first spray, Gentle Fluidity Gold is amazing, and BARAKKAT Gentle Gold doesn't smell anything like it off the top. So once it starts to dry down, like within about 5 minutes, I smelt both of them and I'm like, still Gentle Fluidity Gold. By 15 minutes, they smelt almost identical. So Hessie smelt them both. She has Gentle Fluidity Gold, loves it. And she's like, I can't believe how similar they are. The only thing about the BARAKKAT Gentle Gold was that it was stronger. So the fragrance on the skin was stronger and lasted longer than Gentle Fluidity Gold. So that's an update on the BARAKKAT Gentle Gold. Highly, highly recommend this dupe. So impressed. Now, again, because of the heat, I wanted to try something a little bit different. So I used my mango body yogurt by The Body Shop. I love the body yogurts. I like them better than the creams. They're kind of a gel consistency, and they're just like kind of clear, really cooling in the summer, not too heavy. So I really, really like the body yogurts. So love this mango body yogurt. I wouldn't be without it, honestly. I love it so much. And then for whatever reason, I was craving or really wanted to try London Funk by VILHELM Perfumerie again. Now this fragrance, this is such a weird fragrance. It smells like a gin and tonic kind of. So it's kind of green, it's kind of aromatic. I think it leans masculine. And there's a sour component to this. So it smells like grapefruit or something like that. A little bit of grapefruit with juniper. So a little bit balsamic, a little bit gin-like, with some grapefruit. So fresh, kind of green, a little bit tart, a little bit musky. So it's not really my taste. I love the smell of it on my husband, but he rarely wears fragrance. I like it on him. There's a sexy quality to this. I don't know if it's because I don't know. It's sexy, but it's a little bit funky. So I like literally a little bit funky. So I don't know what the deal is, but I kind of keep on sniffing it, but I didn't really want to wear it myself because it's not really my vibe. So I thought, being it's so hot, I wanted to try it with a little bit of a sweeter component, which was the mango body yogurt. I really enjoyed wearing this with that mango. So I'm gonna try it also with a peach perfume and try layering it. What I like about this is that it's not sweet. So in the heat, I want something that's light and airy. And this somehow worked for me. So I was really shocked because it's definitely the most different fragrance that I have in my collection. It's the most different, it's the most challenging fragrance that I have in my collection for sure. But really, really enjoyed wearing it in the heat. So really excited about that because I have a whole bottle and would like to use it up. I love this bottle. Like, it's so freaking cool. But anyway, yeah, so definitely a challenging fragrance. Definitely wouldn't recommend this as a blind buy. Can't see many women actually enjoying wearing this. Very musky, kind of sour, a little bit gin-like, but paired with the mango body yogurt, somehow it really did it for me. There's some sort of sexy quality in here. I don't know what it is. I don't get it. But anyway, that was the combo. And that is it. Those are the fragrances and the combos and all the things that I tried during the week. It was really fun. Major experimental week. Really excited to have my 2 new travel sprays. Wish they were full bottles, but I want to try be responsible. Anyway, what did you try? What was your standout? Did you have an amazing combination? If so, leave it in the comments and please weigh in on any of these fragrances if you've tried them, especially London Funk. Like, if you've tried London Funk, Leave it in the comments. Do you like London Funk?
This product is tough.
Ooh, that sounds good. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.